back to The Verdict. It's our election studios, and we're coming to you live from headquarters in Lagos. And a lot is going on across the country concerning where people are voting. We'll keep bringing you all of those as we get them. But yes, we've since been joined by Sylvester Budage, the publisher of national daily newspapers. We'll get to him as we progress. But now, at the moment, let's take you to Kano. Yes, we understand that voters are complaining that there is no INEC stamp on the ballot, and they are afraid that their votes may not be valid. This is an issue that had been raised previously, but now let's take you to our correspondent, Vincent Nanchin.
Some of the voters on the queue about their expectations for who the next governor of Kano State would be, what they want the governor to do for them. Let me speak to some of the electorate. Can you tell us what your expectations are for who you're going to vote today as the next governor?
What I'm going to vote is something different. It is hidden in my mind. So I just come to exercise my right to vote for my governor. But what we discover, something is going wrong. At each and every ballot paper, there is no stamp on it. It is the presiding officer that is signing and putting the date without stamp. Look at this stamp. That is how they give it to them. So whenever you cast a vote, the vote it is invalid. According to the Electoral Act, we are calling the attention here in Tidum Wudurchi Ward at Kopar Kudu, Emir Palace. So all the presiding officers, all the polling units, there is no stamp. So we wanted the authority to take note for it. When we cast a vote, we are casting an invalid box. So we wanted the government to take, we wanted the authority to take action. Whether to stop the election, or we should hold on for the election, or they should call for the supervisor to come for this thing. People has already casted their vote, but there is no stamp.
As you have heard, the complaint here is that there are no stamps to stamp the ballot papers. And, well, the presiding officer over here at Tudun Wuzolchi Ward has said that he has been given the permission to go ahead and sign with the date on every ballot paper. And so the people have continued to cast their votes. It's expected that there will not be a problem because of no stamp. He said the stamp will come earlier later on for them to stamp all the ballot papers. It is just expected that these elections will end up on a credible note. Here in Kano Municipal, to the Wuzolchi Ward, Nanchin Vincent reporting for Channels Television News.
Thank you very much, Nancy Vincent.
Yeah, so we also have another one coming in here in Lagos, and this is polling units at Mile 2 Estate in Amo-Odofin local government area of Lagos. They are yet to commence voting. That's the information that we're getting from there. INEC ad hoc staff in the area told Channels Television that they will not go out for the exercise until they receive their own paid wages from the previous presidential and National Assembly elections. So those are the provisions, those are the protests that is coming from the ad hoc staff, who say that they will not be part of this process. This is happening in Mile 2 Estate, polling units there, Mile 2 Estate in Amo-Odofin local government area of Lagos State.
There's an additional one there of visuals, which will, probably mix in right now, of some other ad hoc staff at Isolo in Lagos who are also protesting over non-payment of their allowances. Exact point is Metropolitan College at Isolo. There it is. Metropolitan College Isolo. It's where it's going on. And if you guys recollect earlier, Sheon Wakibale was all over the place, asking, also taking visuals of people who are protesting pretty much the same way. This is
that placard, that particular placard, no 10K, no work. That is what is written on that one. I think Festus Okoye did initially told us here on the show what the concerns are. and what relevant organizations and stakeholders in this whole process, what they need to do. He made reference to the NYSC officials, and the monies are paid directly to their accounts.
Yeah, but let's take a look at our correspondent, Austin Okunakpan.
Centers in Amodofin local government area of Lagos State, and there is no form of activity there. Then I got to the collation center to find out that the ad hoc staff are protesting because of unpaid wages. They said they're supposed to receive 10,000 naira for feeding, and INEC has not given it to them. Some of them said they didn't even get the payment from the presidential election. So in Amodofin, no voting, and the story is no 10K, no work. In Amodofin, Austin Okunakpan, Channels Television News.
So that is the situation at the moment. We'll be looking out to see if the resident electoral commissioner in Lagos will speak out, issue a statement, or talk to the press about some of this. Guys, what about Jigawa? We understand that there's low turnout of voters in Jigawa. The images coming through at the moment. Well, what informs that is what perhaps we'll get to find out. But as you can see now, some of the local government areas, the polling units in Jigawa, so quite scanty compared to some of the other areas in the northeast about what's happening. Even in the northwest, in Sokoto, we saw the queue was quite heavy, but at the moment, this is what we'll see from Jigawa.
It's gone some hours into the voting process. It's just past 11 o'clock now. And the process started by 8, was designated to start by 8 according to INEC's timing. And if by this time we're having this low turnout, then it's a source of concern, and it will be a talking point of voter apathy and how well the people are coming out for the governorship and state House of Assembly elections today, in comparative analysis to what we had during the presidential election.
What gives one more concern is we are 3 hours away from official time when voting should close. So if the voter turnout is this low, and of course, that this is not the only place all over the city of Lagos. Someone was chatting the other time and was also talking about a very, very low turnout of voters as at 10:05. Well, as at 10 o'clock, materials hadn't come in at a particular polling unit somewhere in Owerri. But 10:05 they came, they started, but very, very low turnout in Lagos, and I'm sure that's pretty much the same story all over the place.
Okay, well, we also in Owerri. Don't forget that one of our correspondents, Chris Lams, who is in another location, had said that at 8:45 there wasn't any electoral officer at the time, but we're going to keep in touch with them. We also do have Tokwe, who we'll get to in a moment, to bring us up to speed concerning what's going on there. Remember, he did tell us yesterday that you got 5 leading candidates in the state who will be going head-to-head, trying to take over from the incumbent, who is, well, he's looking to the Senate now, as it was. So we'll be looking to see what exactly happens. Those 5 candidates, because even the state, the residents, the electorate themselves were just wondering how were things going to pan out, because they're all heavyweights in their own right.
They are heavyweights, but it's going to be an easy equation, I can guarantee you, for Imo State.
Easy equation.
Because when you look at states like Kwara State with 35 governors that are running,
no, they have more than 5. No, they have more than 5, but the leading ones were 5. I think he said about 60, what, 60 political parties or 69 political parties?
69 governorship candidates.
There you
69 governorship candidates are vying for.
They want to serve the people so much. Yes.
In Imo State. In Enugu State is 42, in Kwara State is 35, and we have 5 lead runners in Imo State. I think we have 4 in Bauchi State lead runners, and we're also expecting to get the Hajara will be talking to us much later, also from Bauchi State, so that we have a clear picture of also what is happening there. But when we do get to Imo State with our correspondent there, he should be able to let us in on what's happening.
Okay, so do we check to find out if we can go there now? So Tokwe Kutei coming to us from Owerri. Tokwe, tell us, what is the latest information at the moment?
We are here at Azuzi Ward 4 in Uzi Primary School, Owerri Municipal Council, and voting, accreditation and voting, as just commented, not quite long. To my left, you see the voting points around that side. Even though the voting started a little bit late, according to INEC, election is expected to commence at about 8 a.m., but not until 5 minutes past 10 when electoral officials arrived this ward. And this ward, Azuzi Ward 4, it has the highest number of polling units in Owerri Municipal with 7 polling units. And as you can see, it's peaceful and it's going on smoothly. And the voters here, the turnout of voters here is impressive.
So what can you tell us about the security situation? How are the security agencies conducting themselves?
Okay, aside the voting centers across the state,
yeah.
Normally, if you go around the town, you see every presence of security operatives stop at every corners and junctions in the city. But at the polling center, there are security operatives around, but without firearms. But for now, everything is smooth and peaceful.
Okay, then, do we have any information from INEC officials there? Because remember the last time out there was this argument between INEC, political parties about underworld circumstances, results were declared. Do we have any pre-information from INEC, or we're just waiting until maybe the voting is over?
Okay, you know, it's a normal thing when during times like this, INEC, political parties, and all the stakeholders, we have 1 or 2 issues to sort out. But for now, everything is peaceful, and we're waiting till after the voting to know what INEC will tell us.
All right, so thank you very much indeed. That's Ogbekute coming to us from Owerri. So at the moment, in that particular ward where they have 7 PUs, that is the situation at the moment.